Khamzat's an incredible fighter, but you're fighting in the top 5 of the UFC. Everybody's incredible fighters. He has this one thing that works for him, and it's been good. But Khamzat is an absolute.
He can wrestle. He's got very good jiu-jitsu. He hits hard, and he's a big, durable dude. But I don't know if he's going to be able to wrestle with that.
Chimaev will take him down. If he doesn't finish him, I think Dricus wins the fight. I just find it hard to see Chimaev taking him down for 25.
I think it's a great fight, and you're right. You want to Khamzat, call him scared. You want to make Chimaev mad, call him afraid of anything. And he'll come at you like a bat out of hell. I think it's a great fight. I think Dricus' awkward ability and his ability to create different angles to make you not recognize what you're seeing makes it a much tougher fight than most people may anticipate.
Chimaev on your back in round 1 is not easy to get off. He just, screw it, I'm going all in. He shot from the middle of the cage and ran him all the way to the cage. And then he was able to sink that in. And that goes to show how strong of a squeeze this freaking dude had.
Could he pull that same style against Dricus Du Plessis?
As UFC 319 edges near, anticipation is reaching a fever pitch ahead of the blockbuster showdown between Khamzat Chimaev and Dricus Du Plessis, with championship gold up for grabs. Seasoned fighters across the MMA world are sounding the alarm for Du Plessis, cautioning him against misjudging the relentless threat Chimaev poses once the cage door shuts.
He's special. My whole life, I've never seen anything like him. He's special. He's different. This guy is one of the most special fighters I've ever seen, if not the most special guy that I've ever come across. He kept telling me leading up to this fight, you think I'm a wrestler, wait till you see my hand. He wasn't.
Shara Bullet Magomedov didn't hold back when backing Khamzat Chimaev ahead of his title showdown with Dricus Du Plessis, expressing unwavering faith in Chimaev's dominance. Shara outright dismissed Du Plessis' chances, claiming the fight belongs to someone far more dangerous. He confidently stated that once it's all over, the only thing fans will give Dricus is a brief moment of silence before Chimaev's name echoes loud across the MMA world.
There's going to be a championship fight between Dricus Du Plessis and Khamzat Chimaev for the middleweight title. How do you think the fight will play out, and who do you think was going to get his hand raised? As I said before, Dricus is in very good, strong hands in this fight, and we'll make sure to remember his name with 2 seconds of silence afterwards.
UFC legend Tito Ortiz weighed in with his prediction, suggesting that the world is about to witness the true force of Khamzat Chimaev, while he acknowledged Dricus Du Plessis' credentials as the reigning champ. Ortiz warned that the South African might be in for a brutal reality check, particularly during the grappling sequences. According to Tito Chimaev's pressure and intensity could prove too much, expecting him to take control and potentially finish the fight within 3 or 4 rounds.
How do you predict that fight plays out?
People gotta see how vicious Chimaev truly is. I respect the guy. He's a monster. Du Plessis, the champ, I think he's in him for a rude awakening because he's going to realize that his wrestling is not as good as Chimaev's truly is. I think I would give it maybe 4 rounds, 3 to 4 rounds. I think Chimaev just overwhelms him too much.
At the same time, Khabib Nurmagomedov offered strategic advice to Khamzat Chimaev, urging him to keep the bout on the feet against Dricus Du Plessis. He believes Chimaev holds a clear advantage in striking, but warned against chasing an early finish. According to Khabib, if the fight drags into the championship rounds, endurance could become a serious concern. He emphasized that while Dricus has already shown he can survive and thrive in grueling battles, Chimaev has yet to face that kind of late fight pressure.
Я думаю, что мое личное мнение, я бы Хамзату посоветовал бы, чтобы он в стойке дрался с ним.
Но мне кажется, вот как будто его стиль такой, что с первых минут атаку, как будто его надо придерживаться, нет, этого стиля?
Прикинь, если я делал бы, я бы посоветовал бы по-другому.
Да.
Вот чисто по боксу пустых, Хамзат лучше. Вот чисто по боксу. Это мое мнение. Просто здесь есть такой момент. Ты можешь сфорсировать события. Там раунд, 2. Но если ты его не финишируешь, ты очень много энергии потратишь. А потом надо в чемпионских боях.
Khabib also weighed in on Dricus Du Plessis as he prepares to defend his middleweight crown against Khamzat Chimaev. He described Du Plessis as a gritty, high-pressure fighter who overwhelms opponents with relentless output. While his striking may lack pinpoint accuracy, Khabib pointed out that Dricus makes up for it with sheer volume, constantly pressing forward, staying mobile, and firing off punches and kicks with barely a moment's rest.
Интересный соперник. Он очень крепкий, он будет драться. Такой своеобразный кикбоксинг. руки-ноги выкидывает. Вот что хорошо, вот что плохо у Дюплеси, такой точный, но он очень много выкидывает. Он очень постоянно выкидывает руки-ноги, постоянно он в атаке, если вы смотрели. Даже Стрикландом. Я в этом бою конкретно ошибся. Я думал, что Стрикланд своим давлением все он должен взять. Но он его перебил. Перебил как своим. Он очень много накидывает, он не стоит. Бывают такие бойцы, вот они заходят, он так думает, кидает, смотрит. А бывают такие, не так сильно у них техника, но он очень много накидывает.
Israel Adesanya didn't hold back when analyzing the highly anticipated clash between Khamzat Chimaev and Dricus Du Plessis. While acknowledging Khamzat's talent and explosive potential, Adesanya leaned toward Dricus, securing a late finish. He explained that Chimaev's greatest threat lies early, but Dricus's wild, unorthodox style could turn the tide as the fight drags on. Describing the bout as a chaotic collision of opposites, Adesanya painted it as a battle between two extremes. With Dricus embodying chaotic good and Khamzat representing chaotic evil, he confidently added, "I still think Dricus gets it done late." Former champion Robert Whittaker also chimed in, emphasizing that Chimaev must dominate early on the ground if he hopes to win. While he agreed that Khamzat has the tools to take Du Plessis down, Whittaker cautioned that if the finish doesn't come in the opening round, momentum could slip away fast. According to him, Dricus is the kind of fighter who grows stronger with time and always finds a path to victory. If given the opportunity,
he and Khamzat, who do you think wins that fight?
Honestly, Chimaev is going to get him to the ground. If he doesn't finish him there, I don't think he wins. I think if you can't get Dricus out in the first, which Chimaev can do, his first round finish is his thing. But if he doesn't get him out of there, I think Dricus, he's a guy that if you don't get rid of, kind of wins.
In a separate interview, Robert Whittaker, who has shared the octagon with both men, shared his perspective on the upcoming UFC 319 showdown. He predicted that Khamzat Chimaev would successfully bring Dricus Du Plessis to the canvas early in the fight. However, Whittaker cautioned that if Chimaev fails to secure a quick finish after the takedown, the momentum could shift, and his chances of winning would start to fade.
Khamzat will take Dricus down. But I believe, and this is obviously just top of the head, if Khamzat doesn't finish Dricus when he takes him down, I don't think he wins that fight.
Robert Whittaker echoed the sentiment that Khamzat Chimaev must secure an early finish if he hopes to defeat Dricus Du Plessis. He warned that if Chimaev can't end things quickly, the fight could gradually fall out of his control. Whittaker highlighted Du Plessis' remarkable toughness, describing him as a fighter who not only absorbs pressure but grows more dangerous the longer the bout lasts.
Khamzat needs to get that quick finish the longer the fight goes. This seems to be kind of the theme that we're getting as we get closer to the fight. People feel like if he doesn't finish it early, Dricus is going to be really tough to deal with later on.
And that's exactly it. You hit the nail on the head there. Dricus is one of those dudes that doesn't go away. And he gets better, if anything, over the rounds. He's just so resilient. So if you don't get him out of there, I don't see him beating.
Eddie Alvarez described Khamzat Chimaev as a sheer force of nature, but admitted Dricus Du Plessis is one of the strangest cases he's seen in MMA, awkward in appearance, yet undeniably effective. He noted that while Du Plessis may not look polished or technical, his heart, relentless conditioning, and iron-willed determination set him apart. Alvarez acknowledged that Chimaev is a powerhouse and tough to bet against. But if the fight moves past the second round, he leans toward Dricus. He's an odd one, Alvarez said, but he always finds a way to win, no matter how messy it looks. Meanwhile, Ranier de Ridder offered his own insight, pointing out that opponents like Kamaru Usman and Gilbert Burns made a critical mistake by easing off the pressure too soon against Chimaev. He argued that by allowing Khamzat to dictate the pace, they handed him control of the fight, and if they had started more aggressively, the outcome might have been very different.
At Khamzat Chimaev, what do you think is something a lot of fighters have gotten wrong in their approach to fighting him?
I think they are like Kamaru, Gilbert. They kind of stepped off the gas for a little bit, if you know what I mean. They kind of gave him the chance to start and to set the pace and to take the lead. And we saw in those fights that they were pretty much able to hang with him. And I think if they would have come out a bit more aggressive, they would have had a chance to beat him.
Ranier de Ridder also weighed in, saying that in his view, Dricus Du Plessis might actually hold the edge heading into this clash. He praised Du Plessis for always coming out with intensity, bringing immediate pressure without hesitation. In contrast, D. Ritter pointed out that it's still difficult to fully assess where Khamzat Chimaev stands, especially since his quick takedown and finish against Whittaker didn't reveal much of his overall skill set. While he acknowledged that Chimaev may have developed significantly since then, the complete picture remains unclear. And that wraps up today's breakdown. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to share your predictions for Chimaev versus Du Plessis in the comments below, and hit that subscribe button for all the latest updates on their heated rivalry.